Hello, everybody. It's Dave Neal, stand-up comic and host of Bachelor Nation News. We've got an update here from Joey's season of The Bachelor. Bachelorette hopeful, she turned it down. Daisy Kent has got a new boyfriend. His name is Thor, and he throws hammers. I don't know. Is he a superhero? Marvel? You can marvel at the idea of love. Do me a favor, follow me on Instagram at DNeals, and I'll be live on Patreon this morning, patreon.com/Dave Neal for all of your behind-the-scenes content. Here it is, folks. Let's get into it. I'm going to read this article, and then I'm going to share what Daisy said about her new man on the Almost Famous podcast. Because you have to remember, this show with Joey, Heartbreak, and all that jazz was shot, last summer? The fall. It's been a while. She's ready to move on. The Bachelor's Daisy Kent is dating Thor Herbst. It's been going really well. Exclusive. After her stint on The Bachelor, Daisy is officially off the market and dating Thor. All right, we got to get rid of these pop-ups. This is insane. Oh my gosh, State Farm, get out of the way. I don't want to learn more. All right, I guess we can't see that first piece. This isn't one of my, there's people always say, get rid of the pop-up blockers. They're smarter than that, folks. They always overcome it. All right, the insider notes that the pair have been traveling all over recently, including going on vacation with her family in Puerto Vallarta, Mexico last month, and taking a cabin trip in Utah. Oh, he's already traveling with the family. That's a pretty big step. Daisy, 25, and Thor also made a stop in Indio, California for Stagecoach on Sunday, April 28th. While the couple waited in line for Vanderpump Rules star James Kennedy's set at Diplo's Honky Tonk, an eyewitness tells us that she was smiling at him and they were laughing together. Us Weekly has reached out to Daisy and ABC for comment. Kent revealed earlier this month that she had dipped her toes back in the dating pool. I think I'm at such a good spot in my life, but I also think I did learn about myself a lot for the show. So no matter what, right now I'm going to put myself first, she said during an episode of the Almost Famous podcast. But yeah, I have gone on dates. And of course, this was the moment she was telling Joey that it was over. She knew she was being dumped. She said, "You can't fire me, I quit," as you do on the show. After the confession, co-host Ashley noted that Daisy appeared giddy. All right, let's just go to see what she said.
Have you started dating?
Okay, she's like giddy. She's like kind of giggly. You're definitely thinking of one person in your head. Could we say that you've been on multiple dates with the same person?
Yeah.
Would you say that you could be close to like being in a relationship?
Have you started dating?
Okay, she's like,
All right, so anyway, it goes in and just loops. Now, obviously, they're going to cabins in Utah. They're going international. Listen, it's official. If you're going with a family overseas to another country, that's official in my book. Now, Daisy, of course, sharing her Stagecoach outfits, Where My Country Music Fans At, had a blast hosting last night. She was at Spotify. I guess, I don't know if maybe this wasn't at Stagecoach, but same sort of vibe here. Now, of course, Daisy is, I'm sure, not posting any photos yet. There she is with Tay Lautner, who is married to Taylor Lautner. That's right, two Taylor Lautners make a right. And, of course, there she is writing the next chapter of her life, which doesn't involve the show Bachelorette. And good for her, good for her for moving on. Let's see if we have any clips here. No, this isn't it. So just some Instagram reels. Here's another clip from her.
Fun and juice. I do want to start this by saying America fell in love with Daisy long before the finale. Before your hearing journey, America and us fell in love with Daisy because of the person that you are.
Thank you. That means a lot.
I mean, I want to know more about your hearing loss journey because I think your story is so special.
I remember my freshman year of high school was the first time I'd ever got vertigo. The whole world was just tilting and spinning. That's when it first started impacting my ears because it can mess with your equilibrium.
Yeah.
And that's what it did for me. I had like those moments of happiness, but it was also really, really dark.
All right, so there she is, Daisy, covering all aspects of her life as she goes on the post show podcast rounds. Now, Thor Herbst, let's do this. Herbst family. It's very interesting. They own a gas station company, but it's a very large one. Have you heard of Terrible Herbst. Am I pronouncing that right? I might not. Wikipedia. Let's see if we can find this here. Herbst family Wikipedia. Let's go to all, not just images. Here it is. Terrible Herbst. I covered this on this morning's podcast, but I'll repeat it. The company's roots go back to a single Chicago gas station in 1938. The owner of Martin Oil, Edward Herbst, was credited with becoming the P.T. Barnum of gasoline by engaging in unusual marketing strategies, undercutting competition with low prices, and pioneering the convenience store model. According to his son Jerry, each time the elder Herbst would open a new gas station, competitors would bemoan the move. Here comes that terrible Herbst, inspiring the chain's nickname. Alternatively, the name is traced to a specific incident that occurred in the late 1940s as Herbst was moving to the western U.S. When applying for a business license in Wyoming, one of the city council members who owned a competing gas station was overheard saying, "If we let that terrible Herbst in, we'll all go under." So I guess they call them Terribles. Terrible Herbst headquarters. The company made $400 million in revenue, and I guess Thor is in that lineage. So good on him. Daisy, get that gasoline money. I kind of feel like that should be a song. Get that gasoline money. Either way, we're happy for Daisy. And in other news from people that were recently on The Bachelor, very big announcement on Call Her Daddy. They actually have Maria Georges on the new episode, which I believe comes out tomorrow. Yesterday, we saw this, which was Alex Cooper presents Call Her Daddy show notes with rose petals, and people thought, ooh, is this a Bachelor crossover? And everyone was excited to find out that it was Maria. Here's a preview of their interview, which I believe comes out tomorrow.
Maria Georges, welcome to Call Her Daddy.
I am so excited to be here.
The entire world fell in love with you when you went on the season of The Bachelor. Everyone has quite literally just been waiting patiently for you to speak.
If I was going to speak, I was going to speak here with you today on Call Her Daddy.
So let's just get into it.
Before you continue, this is really tight and I want to slip into something a little bit more comfortable.
Okay.
I'll be right back.
Oh my God. Maria Georges.
All right, so there it is. She slips into something more comfortable. Of course, after that iconic moment on Joey's season where she changed outfits. Happy for her. Of course, if you're not familiar with Call Her Daddy podcast, it is the female Joe Rogan. It is the biggest podcast really in the lands. After Joe Rogan on Spotify, Alex Cooper received a $60 million licensing deal with Spotify to go along with the millions she was already making. All of this after leaving Barstool Sports. She was co-hosted by, I can't remember her name, which is the point, her fellow co-host. They had a falling out, and the co-host walked after they were trying to sort of get their deal expunged from Barstool. Alex Cooper stayed the remaining year, and as the deal ended, got all of the intellectual property for Call Her Daddy. Her partner got nothing. Well, what a story. So either way, will Maria become a member of the Call Her Daddy Nation, whatever the hell they call it? We'll have to see. Let's see if there's anything on their Instagram stories here. Because Alex Cooper did mention she is going to be creating sort of a... here they have it. They've got a little a reel here. So let's go to that. Alex Cooper did mention she's going to be creating a new podcast network. So there's Alex Cooper. She pushes the camera away, and we have Maria. I'm assuming this is at her palatial estate. Alex Cooper, the first thing she did when she signed the $60 million deal was buy multiple properties. I don't blame her. If I sign a $60 million deal, I'm buying a home in Rhode Island. I'm probably going to buy a farm in Kentucky and probably some cool villa in California. But to be quite honest, money can go pretty fast when you make a lot of money like that. So maybe I would just Airbnb when I'm in California. But that's neither here nor there. So here they are doing their dances and things like that. Very nice. They got photos. I mean, this is how you get to promo a show when you're worth that much money. All right, we got Maria doing the splits in the Caller Daddy studio. I mean, nothing but gymnastics, both mental and physical here. And then another photo, Maria with Caller Daddy on Wednesday. We'll be recapping that tomorrow. But there's your update on some of the ladies from Joey's season of The Bachelor. I'll be back with more content right after this.